now ED teams are at Tihar jail and are questioning Manish Sisodia. This is the second round of questioning of the former Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia in the alleged excise policy case. Now Sisodia is being quizzed by the ED or the Enforcement Directorate twice in 3 days. And my colleague Priyank is joining us live on the broadcast. He has more details on the same. Priyank, take us through the line of questioning which the ED is possibly taking. We believe that Manish Sisodia is being quizzed as we speak.
Yes, Sati, it's the third day of the Enforcement Directorate questioning, which is happening at jail number 1 of Tihar, where Manish Sisodia has been lodged since the time he was sent to judicial remand by the orders of the Rajavani court. The Enforcement Directorate is basically trying to note for the fact that why there were changes in the liquor policy and how is it possible that the draft policy note was, the data of the draft policy note was found from one of the printer of a 5-star hotel. But during this time period when the draft policy was being made, there were several notings which has also indicated that proper procedures was not followed. Not even that, Manish Sisodia had also changed his mobile handset multiple times. The SIM cards were also changed. Following to which the agencies have already questioned the personal assistant of Manish Sisodia, whose name is Devendra Sharma, who is said to be very close aide of Manish Sisodia. The Enforcement Directorate as well as the Central Bureau of Investigation has been moving very fast in this case, I would say, after it was said that the CBI has filed the charge sheet and they have not named Manish Sisodia. We saw that how he was arrested. But there is another parallel development which is happening in the case with respect to one of the top leader of Telangana is concerned. K. Kavita was expected to come here and appear before the Enforcement Directorate today, but she has sought some more time. So at this Enforcement Directorate office, the officials have already left for the Tihar jail early in the morning, and since 10 a.m. They were present and the questioning has started just now. What we also got to know, Meenakshi, that on the first day of questioning there were 2 people who were taken inside the Tihar jail. It was information that they would have been confronted with Manish Sisodia, but the Enforcement Directorate has certainly denied that none of the witnesses have been confronted with Manish Sisodia. So 2 of the top leaders of Delhi as well as Telangana are certainly on the radar in this excise policy case by the Enforcement Directorate. We're expecting that the ED will certainly give some sort of statement regarding that whether they have granted some more time period for K. Kavita to appear before them or not, because she had already missed one summon. She is here in the national capital, and what it is expected that at around 1 p.m. she will be doing a press conference barely 2 to 3 kilometers away from this headquarters of ED.
Right. So, Priyank, as far as the alleged excise policy case is concerned, there are parallel developments happening. As you say, K. Kavita likely to be, of course, questioned, and she's also going to address a press conference today. On the other hand, Manish Sisodia is being quizzed as we speak, focusing right now on Manish Sisodia. Manish Sisodia, we believe, is being quizzed by the Enforcement Directorate twice within 3 days. A very clear indication that trouble is likely to increase for Mr. Sisodia at the same time when the CBI had not asked for his extended custody.
Yes, you are absolutely right, because trouble is certainly mounting up for him. He knows it from the fact that since the time he was arrested by the CBI, it was a possibility that the Enforcement Directorate could also try to seek his police remand. But very interestingly, when he was sent on judicial remand, as it was expected by the counsels of Manish Sisodia, ED did not pitch in because there have been series of political statements which has been coming out against these federal probe agencies. What is happening right now, that on 10th, the Central Bureau of Investigation is expected to give a detailed reply on the remand application which has been moved by Manish Sisodia to the Rajavani court, and on 10th, which is tomorrow, the CBI will be giving a detailed reply. But in the meanwhile, the Enforcement Directorate wants to pursue their own set of investigation. We know that several raids were also conducted and searches, I would say, were conducted at the premises of which were close to Manish Sisodia. But before the actual arrest can happen from the Enforcement Directorate side, the ED also want to question him so that they have some substantial ground whenever they feel that it is important to move for police remand application before the court. So the ED is doing its paperwork. They have already questioned him twice since the time he was sent to judicial remand, and today itself the questioning is happening at jail number 1 of Tihar. We are yet to know that whether he will be confronted today with a few of the key eyewitnesses in this case or not, because the last time information was certainly categorically denied by the Enforcement Directorate. So we are waiting some more confirmation from the AD that whether Sisodia will be confronted with few people or he'll be asked the same set of questions which has been asked to the other accused.
Right, and Priyank, what's very interesting is that this ED grilling is coming exactly a day before Manish Sisodia's bail plea. That's what makes it more interesting, and there's a lot of speculation also which is doing the round as to Manish Sisodia's possible arrest by the ED, and that's why we were saying earlier as well that trouble likely to increase for the former Deputy Chief Minister of the state.
We should see as the conduct of an accused, because for this particular case, which is of excise policy case, Manish Sisodia was an accused. So if that same person did not give satisfactory reply to the Central Bureau of Investigation and he was arrested for the same thing, the possibility cannot be denied, Meenakshi, that Manish Sisodia will give all those clear answers to the Enforcement Directorate. The CBI had already confronted him. We know that in the 7 days of police remand which they got, they questioned Manish Sisodia and they confronted him with several government officials. Few of them were the top government officials who were the department head of the excise policy. So similar sort of thing can happen in this particular case of the Enforcement Directorate, because the predicate offence was for the CBI. They filed an FIRC, and following to which the ED also started the investigation. But very interestingly, if you look at the chain of command which were given from both the sides, there were two parallel groups. One which was operating from the national capital, which was allegedly headed by the top government officials as well as the politician from the Aam Aadmi Party. On the other side, K. Kavita, the person who's said to be on the top of this hierarchy of the South Indian cartel, was also giving her chain of command. So the MS Indosprit owners were arrested. Later to that, Arvind Kejriwal was also arrested, who was in the second list of the order, and on top K. Kavita was there. But if you look at the Delhi side, there were very clear-cut indication that Vijay Nair, the person who was coordinating with the Southern cartel, has been arrested. He was arrested by the agencies. So on the top of Vijay Nair was coordinating person was Manish Sisodia. So obviously the need of the arrest for any agency of Manish Sisodia is very quite clearly be understood by our viewers. We know it for the fact that
exactly, and that's what's very interesting, the fact that he's been grilled and quizzed a day before his bail plea is going to be heard, and on the other hand